have had the privilege of inviting Shri Arvind Singh Ji, former Secretary, Tourism, Government of India. Let's put our hands together to welcome Sir for his time with us.
Thank you. Lieutenant General State, my esteemed seniors in the service and former Secretaries of Tourism, Mr. Zutri, Mr. Bes Barua, Mr. V.P. Agrawal, former Chairman of Airports Authority of India, Mr. Atul Bhalla from ITC, and today's keynote speaker, Mugdha Sinha. Thank you to FAST for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts with you on the occasion of the World Tourism Day. My best wishes to everyone here on the occasion of the World Tourism Day. Speakers before me have dwelled on the challenges and the potential that Indian tourism has going ahead, and today's deliberations will also talk in detail about the challenges before both global tourism as well as inbound tourism in the sessions that will follow the inaugural session. So what I will do is I will only talk about the role of tourism in the economic transformation that we are witnessing in India and that we will witness in the future. All students of economic history, when they have studied important economies, especially when they have gone through the phase of industrialization, say Japan, Korea, and in recent times, in the last 20-30 years, China, have witnessed a shift in the structure of the economy, what they call a structural transformation. In that, the share of agriculture in GDP goes down, and the share of manufacturing and services, they go up. Also, there is a shift in employment from predominantly being concentrated in agriculture to manufacturing and services. Now, what we have seen in India, and all students see, comment, is that unlike the kind of transformation witnessed in, say, Japan, Korea, and recently in China, we don't see that kind of transformation or a shift of employment from agriculture to manufacturing, nor do we see a structural shift in terms of contribution of the GDP. And it is a fact that in India, relative to manufacture, the services sector has grown fast. And your role of IT services, banking services, financial services, and all that. So while the contribution of GDP has decreased, and today GDP from agriculture is contributing only about 18% to the Indian economy, its share in employment still remains large. Agriculture still accounts for 46% of India's labor force. So we have this structural dichotomy that the share of agriculture in the economy's GDP contribution is going down, while its share in employment it still remains high. It employs almost slightly less than half of India's labor force. So the challenge before us is in the future to increase the share of both manufacturing and services in their contribution to GDP as well as in their contribution to employment. I need not dwell on the importance of employment. The speaker before me mentioned about the youth, the youngness of our population, the fact that compared to other countries, we have a very young population. There is a large pool, the so-called demographic dividend that we have. So there is a need for us to, provide employment, and for certain sectors in this process of structural transformation that we are witnessing, the high growth in recent times in India, there is a need for certain sectors to provide that level of employment, and that level, when we see that shift happening from agriculture to manufacturing and services, I feel a very important role will be played by the tourism sector. Because tourism has a great economic potential, it has the potential to create jobs, and it also has the potential to contribute to the GDP. So when we were working in the Ministry of Tourism on the vision that Mr. Bhalla spoke about, that is what we were, had the vision in our mind, that the contribution of tourism as a sector should go up from our 5-6%, which is at the current contribution to GDP, to above 10%, 12%. And similarly, its share in employment should at least double from the levels that it is. And we are seeing the potential in many parts of the country where you will not see productive agriculture happening, say in the hills or in areas where agriculture is not, or even manufacturing to go there in large numbers because issue. Manufacturing goes where there is infrastructure or raw materials available. So if in certain pockets of the country where these are not available, we are seeing tourism as emerging as an important, very important source of employment for local communities and contribution to the local economy. So I think today we should think and work on how in the future the important role that is expected of tourism it plays in the years to come, in the decades to come. And on this World Tourism Day, I think we should all think of that future that we look for and the important role that tourism will play in this economic transformation of our country. I wish this seminar and the deliberations all the best, and I'm sure the deliberations here will contribute to the future growth of tourism in India. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, sir, for that valuable address and insightful inputs we had from you. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the privilege now in inviting Shri M.B. Bezbarua